to today's Jewellery lesson. Today we're making paper beads, which are fantastic because they can then be used to make anything from necklaces to bracelets to decorations that you can hang inside and outside. So what you need for today will be paper. It can be scraps of paper. I literally have some scraps here. You could have leaflets, you could have coloured paper, you could have paper that you're going to decorate, newspaper, anything, as long as it can roll up and we can make a bead with it. Then you'll need some glue, you'll need some scissors, you'll need a ruler, and if you can get your hands on some clear nail varnish, or even outdoor varnish would be good with the help of mums and dads. So grab your resources and let's get making. Okay, so to make paper beads like these, we need to make isosceles triangles. Now, the length of the paper doesn't really matter, but what I have here is half an A4 sheet. It's just scrap paper. To start with, and to get a good idea of how to make the beads, I would suggest we do this kind of size. So half an A4 sheet, and the size of the triangle is 3 centimeters at the bottom, and then it will go into the top. So how we make that is, first of all, start by measuring out 3 centimeters from the edge. So that's 3 centimeters, another 3 centimeters, another 3, and another 3. This is approximately 15 centimeters. And if I measure that out, I'm just going to check. Yep, so I've marked it. At the top, I'm actually going to do not 3, but I'm going to start by measuring 1.5 centimeters in. Now the reason I'm going to do that is because each 3 centimeter triangle will meet in the middle at the top of the paper. So I'll do 1.5, and then from there I can do 3 centimeters. So I'm marking Now your next task is to make the triangles. So with the 3 centimeter gap at the bottom, we're going to join it to the top. It's easy to start at the bottom. I'm using a book because that's big enough. I don't recommend you using a small ruler twice. We want to make sure that that line to the triangle is really good and the size that we want. So I have my first line. Now this isn't part of the triangle. You can see the paper's uneven, so I'm going to draw my other line. In fact, I need to measure 3 centimeters from the end. Yep, that's fine. It's not exactly even, this paper, so I will do the best and just go from corner to tip. And then I have my first triangle. So what you should have now is this great pattern of zigzags, and those will form your triangles, and you'll be able to cut in a straight line. Now, because we've started with 3 centimeters at the bottom, you will find that our beads will be quite big, but that's okay. I think starting with that kind of size gives you a good idea of the kinds of beads that you might want to make in afterwards. The beads, so here's your triangle, that makes this kind of a bead. It's actually it's 3 centimeters wide. However, the beads in this bracelet are a lot smaller, probably half the size for the green and a quarter of the size or a third of the size for the red. But that's with experimentation. You can make whatever size you want once you get used to it, and that's the joy of it. So it's a great project to really get involved with and to keep going. So you, like I say, you can use any colours. You can separate the colours in leaflets. It's a great way of recycling leaflets. Lots of fun. So I have my beads. Now, this is where the concentration is needed. Take one of your triangles. You need something round to roll it up. I have this nail pick. You can use toothpicks, you can use nail picks. You could use, if you found a really smooth stick, that would be great. Something really thin to provide the space in the middle. And when I say thin, this is still 3 millimeters wide. You want to be able to pull it out at the end. What we're going to do is roll it up. Now, as we roll, get it onto your stick. As we roll, we add some glue. I haven't put any glue at the end yet. It doesn't need it right now. And I'm just going to start rolling. And as I roll, I can just add a little bit more glue and keep on rolling. If you're using leaflets, have a think about which side you are using. When I was making these, I thought, oh no, I've left the writing on the outside. Actually, what it's done is given a really cool effect. So you have the type, the print coming through, and it's not just plain white, which I thought was quite nice. But do have a think about what you'd like to be on the outside. If you want a slightly neater effect with your beads, you can always cut this end bit to make it even. It doesn't have to be a pointy thing at the end. You could put a bit of glue on the top. And that is your bead. If it's easy enough to pull it off, I would pull it off at this stage. If you find that it's going to squash and lose its shape, leave it on the stick, and then you can leave the beads out to dry and come back and varnish them later. These, as they are, will be ready to varnish straight away, which will be exciting. So here are the paper beads with some pink beads that I found. So I've done a nice design, and I was thinking it would make a nice bracelet. So you can mix and match with real beads, with your paper beads. At this stage, just tie an overhand knot, tie it relatively tight, keep it tight, and tie another overhand knot. And that will keep your bracelet intact. There we go, paper beads as bracelets. You can make necklaces, decorations. Remember to share your makes, #Jewellery, #lockdownlessons. You can email through the website, but do get in touch with what you've made and have fun making.